What is going on, everybody? My name is Kneeckoh and welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet VGC moveset guide video. Today we have to talk about something that has just been defining the meta. Okay, I've held off on talking about this in hopes that it would be filtered out. It's not. Okay, Dondozo is here to stay. It is a menace. It is popular as can be. It's everywhere right now. It is such a good Pokemon and we need to talk about it. So if this is your first time here on the channel, make sure you are subscribed for more videos like this in the future. I post daily competitive Pokemon content, so if that's your jam, stick around and also check out the Discord where people over there playing Pokemon all the time. But let's get into it. All right, so I have to come out the bat and say that I have not played with any Dondozo sets that I have made personally. All of these sets are coming from other players because those are the ones that I've used, seen, and liked. Okay, so I am just going off of other players' experience with them and talking about my time playing with them, because this Pokemon is just, there's so many different ways to run it. Its move pool's not that deep, but there's different ways because of the way it works with Tatsugiri and using Commander and the bonuses that you can get out of that. There's a lot of different ways to play this particular Pokemon, and we've already seen so many shifts in the way that Dondozo is actually being played. So it's a really interesting Pokemon. So the reason that Dondozo is so good, again, I'm bringing this over to Showdown because I don't normally do that in these videos, but you know, it helps explain this. The reason Dondozo is good is because of Tatsugiri and its ability Commander. Now, Dondozo is a fantastic Pokemon on its own. If you look at its base stats here, you know, 150 HP, 100 attack, 115 defense. This is just a very powerful Pokemon in general, right? But the way it pairs with Tatsugiri, with the Commander ability to give it +2 to all of Dondozo's stats, that is absolutely massive. It is so big in terms of just changing how Dondozo plays. It just becomes a menace, and this Pokemon then you cannot be attacked or anything like that. So there's a lot of cheeky stuff that you can actually do with rotating into Tatsugiri and activating Commander. So I think this is just a really interesting Pokemon, plus the fact that there's 3 different Tatsugiri forms, each of them doing a different thing when paired with Order Up on Dondozo. Just very powerful Pokemon in general. It just works so well, and this Pokemon on its own is very good, especially you're seeing a lot of Choice Scarf Icy wins on it as like a support Pokemon, because I mean it's got a 120 base special attack. It's a very good Pokemon regardless, but just the way it pairs with Dondozo is absolutely phenomenal. So let's talk about the Dondozo sets. But first, question of the day, leave a comment below. What is your favorite Tatsugiri to run with Dondozo? What's your favorite, or if you don't play Dondozo, if you don't really know a whole lot yet, what's your favorite Tatsugiri form? I personally think the yellow's the coolest, but I do like the shiny that makes it look like a piece of salmon sushi. Big fan of that. So the first Dondozo set that we're going to talk about, and I'm going to absolutely butcher this name and I apologize for it, was built by 2019 world champion Nato Itsubuchi. And it is a really fun, powerful set that utilizes the stretchy form of Tatsugiri and gives you speed control by using Order Up and getting bonus speed stacks from it, which I think is a really solid set. So this particular Dondozo is running a Dragon Terra type. I think Dragon Terra type tends to be one of the better Terra typings for Dondozo. Simply because it resists so much with this and then makes your Order Ups that much more powerful. So the spread is as follows: 12 HP, 236 attack, 4 defense, 4 special defense, and 252 speed with an adamant nature. This is built to be just a hard-hitting Dondozo and just using its natural bulk to cover that kind of defensive aspect of it. It's running Wave Crash, Order Up, Substitute, and Protect with Unaware as the ability and Leftovers as the item. Again, in terms of teammates, we're going to focus on just which form of Tatsugiri Dondozo is being run with, and this one is running the stretchy form. The reason it's running the stretchy form is because when you're running stretchy form, Tatsugiri with Order Up, you get bonus speed stacks. This allows you to very easily continue to Order Up over and over and give you bonus speed, so that way you are just controlling the game in that way and able to start snowballing very effectively. It's a very strong set, and I think it's a lot of fun to use. It's just a very powerful version of Dondozo, but again, you can play Dondozo so many different ways. Now, the rest of these come from Moxie Boosted, the first being an older one. This was a pre-Series 1 rule set being announced. It's a Citrus Berry or a Wiki Berry, Unaware, Order Up, Liquidation, Earthquake, and Ice Fang. The EV spread is 4 HP, 220 attack, 4 defense, 28 special defense, and 252 speed with a jolly nature. Again, Dragon Terra typing here just makes this so much bulkier because of all the resistances that you get, and then makes your Order Ups that much more powerful. Now, this one is being run with a curly Tatsugiri, and the reason for that is you want to get the bonus attack off of your Order Ups. So you're going to be using Order Up to make your Dondozo even more powerful and even stronger, so you don't necessarily have to worry about, you know, the additional speed and not putting a bunch of points into the speed stat, because, you know, you're focusing more on your attack and you're already built with a Jolly Nature and 252 speed, so that way you already are fairly fast Pokemon. Again, this is an older set, but still has a lot of value here. As you can see, it's all attacks. It's just very, very strong. This Pokemon, like I said, there's just so many ways to play it just because of how dominant it's been in the format. I mean, if you think of Pokemon that are being used so commonly, you look at Torkoal running Clear Smog, you look at Amoonguss running Clear Smog, you look at Haze users like Gengar and Murkrow. There's so much being used right now just to focus on this particular Pokemon, and it's kind of crazy. The next set also, like I said, all these come from Moxie Boosted here at the end. It's another bulkier Dondozo set. So this one's running Leftovers, Unaware, Order Up, Substitute, Body Press, and Fissure. Now, again, Dragon Terra typing's great. 28 HP, 244 special defense, and 236 speed with a careful nature. This is relying a lot more on this Pokemon's bulk. This is just focusing on the bulk. Order Up, and you're running this with the droopy form of Tatsugiri because you are getting bonus defenses from using Order Up over and over and over, right? So you're getting even bulkier from using your Order Ups, and you're getting Body Press, and that's the big thing. The more you Order Up, the stronger your Body Presses get, and that gets absolutely crazy. Now, Fissure is actually very interesting because this plays into opposing Dondozos, because you're able to one-hit KO them, right? So this plays super, super well into opposing Dondozos, although it is only a 30% accuracy attack. It's just something that if you come to a one-on-one Dondozo against Dondozo, it's going to come down to, you know, if you are able to OHKO that Pokemon, because they just kind of wall each other. So it's a very, very interesting tech that's starting to see a lot more play for Dondozo, and I think it's really interesting. It's kind of crazy how much one-hit KOs are becoming more prevalent in the current metagame of VGC. It's really interesting if you think of like Final Gambit, Annihilate, Fissure, Dondozo. I've even seen some people running Guillotine, King Gambit. So there's just a lot of really interesting one-hit KOs that are out there right now, which we haven't seen so much of in recent years. The final one is just an alteration of the previous Dondozo set. Leftovers, Unaware, but this one's running Order Up, Rest, Body Press, and Sleep Talk, so you're able to continuously heal yourself back up with Rest. Again, Dragon Terra typing on this, and this is also running the droopy Tatsugiri because, again, this is just so good for bulking up and doing tons of damage with Body Press or Order Up. It's very, very interesting as a set in terms of playing Dondozo a bit more defensively than offensively. So this Pokemon is just absolutely crazy. It continues to change. Like, I've been watching the San Diego regionals, and more people are opting to run, you know, the stretchy forms to get more speed. So it's always evolving, always changing just based on the metagame. And I think it's one of the most interesting Pokemon that we've gotten in Gen 9 because of its synergy with Tatsugiri. It's just a really fun Pokemon. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you found it entertaining and helpful. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. Also, be sure to check out the Discord where people over there playing Pokemon all the time. And if you want to see more from me, check out this video where I break down Tinkaton and how to use Tinkaton effectively in VGC. It's a really fun support Pokemon, and it honestly is slept on in the format right now. You should definitely be trying Tinkaton out. But also check out this video where I feature a really fun Tinkaton team on the rank ladder, and I have so much success with it. It's just such a solid team. You should really check it out. It's one that I've worked really hard on revising and making sure that it works effectively. It's a really fun team. But like I said, that's it. I hope to see you all in the next one. Peace.